Well, good morning, and believe it or not, we are on Monday morning update number 7, which means we've been sheltering in place for 7 weeks. It's been a long time, and I wanted to just update you on several things really quick, and they're all significant and important. Nothing major, but stuff that I want to draw your attention to. The first is we've been having our services on Sunday morning come up on YouTube. And our request is that you would actually subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/South Valley Community Church. It's a long name, but back in the day, someone took SVCC. You could go to svccchurch.com, our webpage, and there's a link on the front page if you don't want to type all of that in. But if you would subscribe, it helps us in a number of ways. And the first and most significant ways is that once we get past a certain number of subscribers, YouTube then lets us do some things. And one of the things it'll let us do is it'll let us put direct links in the description. And what that then in turn enables us to do is reference that link in a video. So we can say, if you have a need with XYZ, directly below in the description, there is a link that'll take you to our webpage where we can possibly help you with what you might need. So it enables us to reach people directly without there being any confusion trying to find stuff. It's just boom, click on the link in the description below. Second, you got an email from Pastor Stan. Pastor Stan is the student ministries pastor at the Gilroy campus, but the email went out to everybody. And what he asked for was 2 things. One, a picture of you or you and your family, if you're able to shelter in place with family, watching our Sunday morning services. What we'd like to do is put those together in a creative way and integrate them from here on out for the rest of the shelter in place Sunday morning services, kind of a collage of all the pictures showing us that even though we're not in the same room, we're still all in this together. Secondly, he asked you to record a brief video, easy to do it on your phone if you have a smartphone, of who was critical, essential, important in bringing you to the Lord, who told you the gospel of Jesus Christ. We've already showed some of those clips that you sent in this Sunday morning service, but we want to keep doing that because it goes with the series. The series we're doing is Encounters, and it's about people encountering Jesus through the faithful service of other Christians. And so we want to just hear the stories that you all have of who in your life was the person or people that were critical in your walk and journey with the Lord. So if you are on our contact list in any way, shape, or form, we already sent that email out to you. We'll send it out again. Look for it. It's coming from Pastor Stan. He's asking for those 2 things. Fourth, I want to draw your attention to the number that's on the screen. This is a number that we set up for people who might not be as tech savvy, who may not have access to the internet, who might not be able basically even to make an email. You can give them this number, or you could even use it yourself, and it's sort of a pastor hotline, if you will, and it'll call and it'll connect you with either the Hollister campus or the Gilroy campus. It'll ask you for your city, and then you can connect with or leave a message for a pastor to connect with you. You might need prayer, you might have some spiritual need, or you might have some physical need that we could possibly help you with. We can't help with everything, but we're helping in tons of ways, and whatever we can do to possibly help you, we'd love to do that. So you can call that number or give that number to someone who might not be streaming the services online, but they might want someone to call up and pray over them. Lastly, and maybe a little bit more fun, I've been receiving some recommendations for book recommendations. You know, what am I reading? And I do tons of reading, so I'm not going to recommend all the books. Probably most people would think they're pretty boring, what I like. But I will recommend this. This is part 1 in the Wing Feather Saga by Andrew Peterson. Now, it's a kind of preteen, teenager, children, late childhood adventure fantasy book, fiction. And I got it. I had it recommended to me, and I started reading it with my kids. And it was a little too scary for them. I have a 6 and a 4-year-old, and so it was a little too intense for them. So as I was reading, I was like, we just got to put this away for a couple years. But truth be told, I had read just enough, and some of you have done this, where you read just enough that you're like, I'm going to read a little bit more to see what happens. And I read a little bit more, and I was like, I'm at the end of book 1. It's a 4-part series, each about 300 pages long. And I'm going, maybe I should start book number 2. Started book number 2, reading this teenager, adventure book. Halfway through book 2, up late at night, turning the pages, not putting it down, staying up real late to finish book 2. I think I'm going to get book 3. End of book 3, 2 a.m. in the morning, staying up late reading it, and I'm bawling my eyes out crying alone in my living room over this book. It was that good. And then I finished the last book, the book 4, about a week ago. So it's the Wingfeather Saga. It's a fiction book, fantasy kind of adventure fiction for preteen teenagers. Super good. It's one of those books where it's just such a good story that even though there's no mention of God, I mean it's taking place in a fictional world, it draws you to God in powerful ways. So although it was written for probably like 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, this middle-aged 30-year-old something dad was bawling his eyes out at book 3. So Wingfeather Saga, Andrew Peterson. And then lastly, my message just every week is to make sure to keep up all of your habits. Watch the Sunday morning services, connect with the other programming, whether if you have kids or it's watching Theology Thursdays with Sam or the daily devotionals, all the schedules at svccchurch.com. Stay connected, stay plugged in. It's not the time to become lazy with those types of things. And all of us are looking forward to the day when we'll be back together. I've already had people share how just the thought of us all back together, singing together, it makes them emotional. Like they already start to get teary-eyed thinking about it. And so I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a great day. It's going to be such a great day that even my main man, Darth Vader, is going to show up and hear the word of God and become a born-again Christian. He's going to be dancing in the spirit just like David did. It's going to be a great celebration. So, hang in there. If you need anything, reach out to us. Stay plugged in. And remember, aim small, miss small. See you later.